Live from the Sprint Studios, this is San Diego's news source, 10 News.
Happening right now, 10 News tracking the rain for you where residents are waking up to wet weather and how long it's going to stick around for. We have live team coverage.
Also happening right now, they're ringing the opening bell on Wall Street. We're keeping an eye on investment. A live look at the investors to see if records are going to be broken again on this Monday, and a look at the big board in just 15 minutes.
And more on this fiery crash, how badly a driver was injured in Point Loma, and the mangled mess of metal left behind.
But first, at 6:30 on this wet Monday, our big story of the day. Robert Santos has your first check of the 10 News pinpoint forecast.
Thanks very much, Bill. Good morning to you at home on this Monday morning. Definitely spring storm as we've been talking about these last several days. There's the big picture. You could see scattered showers, and where I'm seeing some new showers popping up right around the North County, getting ready to push in there. It is actually right around Oceanside and Carlsbad, and then soon in Salinas and Solana Beach. Still watching what's offshore there. That's going to be coming up in the next half hour. Now let's take a look at the sky cam over San Diego Harbor. So definitely count on some clouds. We'll get some breaks in the clouds and the rain today. On and off showers is what we can count on. Poway 55, Ramona 54, Alpine 52, and San Diego at 61. We'll go from the 50s this morning to about the mid 60s for your 2 o'clock hour, with on and off showers throughout the day in the inland valleys as well, where your temperatures will be very similar to the coast. We're going about 2 o'clock, 65 degrees. In 10 minutes, when these showers start to move on out of here and when we start to warm up again. Melissa Macia watching the roads for you. Good morning, Mel.
Good morning. Now, if you're just waking up with us, I've been updating you on the situation on the 163 North because we've been dealing with a couple different crashes here. Now, CHP just ran a traffic break, and you can see our speeds down to about 19 miles per hour. If you want to avoid this, you can take the 5. For now, the 5 is clear. Again, 2 separate crashes reported there. On the 8 West, right at Fairmont Avenue, the on-ramp, we're dealing with another collision, partially blocking that on-ramp. And in the South Bay, on the 805 right at Bonita Road, the on-ramp there, also dealing with another crash. Unknown injuries at this point. Lots going on here, and our team coverage right now continues with 10 News reporter Marie Coronel live on the 8, tracking all of those wet roadways. Marie.
Hey, good morning, Mel. Yeah, we are in Mission Valley right now. You can see within the last 30 minutes, we've driven through the pockets of showers that Robert has been talking about all morning. Still minimal use of our windshield wipers, which is a huge difference from when we first went on the air at 4:30. That was on like high power when we were on. So far, right here on the 8, things are looking good. As you can see, no real backups that we can tell, and we aren't seeing that many brake lights. And that's what's great about this new technology is we can show you real-time pictures of what these roads look like. And so far, so good right here on the 8. Back to you on the studio.
Well, happening now, SDG&E is investigating the cause behind more than 800 San Diegans losing power this rainy Monday morning. And I want you to take a look at the touch screen here. The main outage right here in Oceanside, about 500 out there this morning. A fix at 8 expected for those folks. Also outages in Carlsbad, Bear Valley, and Valley Center. I'll tweet out information about that. We can also tell you our desk has been calling SDG&E. We will bring you more information as soon as we have it. Sending it back to you.
Natasha, thank you. And please send us your photos and video of the weather you're experiencing. We'd love to share them. The email's on your screen. It's pictures@10news.com.
Breaking overnight, a fiery crash landed a woman in the jail and another in the hospital. Happened near Dana Middle School in Point Loma. 10 News reporter Hannah Mullins is there live with the move police say the driver made right after this fiery impact. Hannah, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. This is a quiet street. That wet ash right there tells us it was an explosive crash. And if you come on over here, about 18 feet away, there is more wet ash and more glass. Now, our 10 News photographer responded along with emergency crews. Firefighters tore into the hood of the minivan with a sledgehammer, revealing a charred engine. A cloud of white surrounded a crash which was so powerful both cars burst into flames. Firefighters soaked the minivan, which is likely a loss. Now, the front of the Nissan was mangled and melted, and the interior of it was torched. San Diego police were on scene and tell us the call came in just before 2 this morning. They believe a 21-year-old woman had been drinking and crashed her Nissan into the minivan. They tell us she may live nearby and may have been trying to take off and walk home, but officers arrested her for suspected drunk driving. Now, police also say the driver of the van was taken to the hospital. That person, we told, has minor injuries. We're live in Point Loma. Hannah Mullins, 10 News.
Anna, thank you. 6:34 breaking overnight. Police are looking for a different hit-and-run driver who left a path of destruction in Claremont. hitting 4 parked cars along Mount Alafan Drive. 2 of them destroyed. You can see the video there. What a mess. This happened last night. Now, the driver who caused all this got away. They don't know whether he or she was injured. Glad to say nobody else was hurt. At 10 this morning, the Highway Patrol is expected to tell us what caused a limousine fire in San Francisco Saturday night, which killed a bride and 4 of her friends. The driver, who was not hurt, told investigators he was chauffeuring the women across the San Mateo Hayward Bridge. One of them complained about smoke. The driver pulled over, got out, saw the back of the 1999 Lincoln limousine fully engulfed. Authorities found 5 badly burned bodies huddled near the partition, which separates the chauffeur from passengers. Nearby motorists helped 3 women get out safely and a 4th squeezed through the partition. Relatives told the Chronicle and the Mercury that one of the dead was 31-year-old Nerissa Fojas, a registered nurse from Fresno who recently got married and was planning to travel to the Philippines next month to hold another ceremony before her family.
35 minutes after 6 o'clock, breaking overnight, the White House is not commenting directly about 2 airstrikes Israel carried out against Syria. Devin Dwyer is live in Washington with the actions that have prompted the rising tensions overseas. Good morning, Devin.
Hey, good morning, Koshal. That's right. Well, Syria's government says the airstrikes have, quote, opened the door to all possibilities, including direct attacks on Israel. Now, 2 airstrikes over the past 2 days have hit Syrian military targets. Israel has not claimed responsibility for those attacks, but is widely believed to be behind them. This morning, Israel put 2 Iron Dome missile defense batteries on high alert for potential counterstrikes in the north. U.S. officials here are most concerned right now that the violence could spiral out of control. One of the worries is that Syria's stockpile of weapons could fall into the wrong hands with that violence. President Obama is under increasing pressure to do more. Some lawmakers here want him to impose a no-fly zone. Others are saying we need to arm some of those rebels who we have resisted arming to this point. But so far, President Obama says he's weighing all the options, but is not considering putting boots on the ground, at least not yet. In Washington, I'm Devin Dwyer for 10 News.
And Devin, thank you. 36 minutes after 6 o'clock, the family of Tamerlan Tsarnaev is having trouble finding a cemetery to bury his body. Now, so far, cemeteries across 3 states have refused to allow his burial. Tamerlan's uncle was at the funeral home in Boston Sunday, washing and preparing his body for burial under Islamic custom. Protesters also gathered outside the funeral home, demanding that the body be removed. But his family says they just want him buried.
A dead person needs to be buried. So that's what tradition requires, that's what religion requires, and I guess that's what morals require.
Investigators are also back at Tamerlan's home in hopes of finding out who Tamerlan and his brother Jahar might have been in touch with before the Boston bombings. Congress is expected to hold hearings this week on the attack.
6:37. The change in weather today means firefighters expect to fully contain the Springs wildfire burning to the north of us in Ventura County. That fire appears to have started accidentally last Thursday along the 101 near Camarillo Springs Road, possibly by a piece of hot metal falling on the dry brush. At last check, the Springs fire had consumed 44 square miles of brush, but structure damage was contained to just 15 homes.
And firefighters have also gained control of a wildfire south of Banning in Riverside County. You're looking at the Gorgonio fire. It burned about 510 acres, down from initial reports of 650. It's now fully contained, and firefighters expect to have it out by tonight.
Happening today, a judge will determine whether Darren Williams will stand trial for burning down a Rancho San Diego church. Williams was arrested in February on suspicion of setting fire to the St. Gregory of Nyssa Greek Orthodox Church. He's also charged with attempted murder and assault because of an attack on a cellmate 4 days after he was arrested.
Well, we definitely need the rain. We're getting a lot of it. About how much rain are we going to get?
Yeah, we're probably going to pick up another quarter of an inch. Not enough to reach our deficit. Since July of last year to about June of this year, we're about 4 inches in deficit. We'll pick up some stuff. We'll take it, but not enough. Okay, there's the 10 News Pinpoint Doppler right now. We showed you some of the rain around the North County. You get a closer look right now. Push in right around Oceanside. So if you're going to get it on the 5, there's definitely some rain. Even right around Carlsbad onto the 78, and then down towards Encinitas, Solana Beach. A little bit of showers coming around Encinitas, but Solana Beach, Del Mar, you'll make it past without getting rain from this particular wave here. Now you look at Mission Valley, 8 La Mesa out towards west. You're looking okay. today. Down in the South Bay, some showers popping up from the south. You're looking around Imperial Beach, and then out in the East County, some showers popping up around Lakeside and El Cajon. Now, when we get to Ramona and Julian area here, we're going to go ahead and get our radar to pick up some of the showers up there, and that's what we're seeing. Scattered showers in nature. That's what we're seeing. So take a look at the 10 News Futurecast. This is definitely one of the ways that we're able to tell what's going to be happening over the next couple of hours. This one showing what's going to happen from now until the next couple of hours. And here's that wave that we're seeing off the coast. We do see that coming in. So definitely a wet commute for some out there. And then we'll switch now to the bigger picture of the 10 News Futurecast here, showing us what's going to happen throughout the day. And that's what's showing where we're going to be seeing some showers on and off. Not going to be completely widespread, but on and off showers taking us through around 10 o'clock and then even in the afternoon. So the lunch hour, if you're an administrator at school, you know the drill. Rainy schedule for today for the kids, and then into the afternoon. We'll get some breaks. So we'll see some sun breaks throughout the day, and you're thinking, wait, that's it? It's over? Actually, we're going to be seeing some more showers on and off, not only for today, but even through tomorrow morning, another wave coming through. Taking a look right now at our 10 News Skycam network, we're seeing clouds out there definitely to start, not only along the coast, but right around Mount Woodson. So when does this all move on out? Looking at late Tuesday. Basically Wednesday on is when it dries up. Look towards the weekend, 70s. Mother's Day looking nice, Sunday 74. Inland 7-day forecast, mid-60s, mid to upper 60s for the next 4 days before we get up into the 70s and 80s. All right, in about 10 minutes, we will take a look at just how much rain we're expecting out of this. Melissa Messina now watching the roads for you.
Good morning. Yeah, I zoomed on out here to show you some of our major incidents, and you can see all the different crashes we're dealing with in different areas. 163 continues to be a problem, seeing a lot of slowing here, but the newest crash I'm reporting is on the 15 north at the connector to the 94 east. This one started as a solo vehicle spin out, but then again, folks ran into that car, and now up to 3 or 4 vehicles involved in this one. The transition is partially blocked by emergency crews, but I'm going to get more information. I just got off the phone with CHP to confirm the location, and I'll let you know when this one is clear. Bill and Kosha, lots of problems out there for this Monday morning.
You can say that, we can. Well, still to come, a father shares with 10 News the harrowing hours spent struggling to save his boys and himself after their boat capsized off the coast of La Jolla.
I went in and talked to Skylar. Of course, he couldn't speak, and I just asked him.
And a decision no parent wants to make. Parents of that 15-year-old boy deciding to let him go to save the life of one of his friends. And don't forget, we invite you to connect with us on Twitter during the live newscast. In fact, this morning we'd asked you to tweet us pictures of the weather in your neighborhood as you awaken this Monday morning. We'd love to use them on the air. You're watching 10 News this morning.